Do you like poetry? My friends don't tend to say that they like the poetry, even though they major in literature. I think poetry is a minor genre of literature in Korea these days. We can find those who do like reading novels easily. On the other hand, it's hard to find people who enjoy reading the poetry. Here are some statistics. Last year, 6 out of 10 Koreans didn't read a single book. In this situation, we cannot find any of a book of poems in the list of bestseller books. Many people think the poetry is difficult and hard to understand. When they read poems, they might think like this: what the heck? What does it mean? However, I think that's not the only reason that people don't read poetry. In these days, productivity is very important. There is a tendency of productive living. I think the term 갓생 illustrates this clearly. Those who don't live their own life productively, they might be considered losers. It's because the productivity is the key power of meritocracy. The more productive people live, the more merits they can earn. The more merits they have, the better jobs they can receive. People are living busily, splitting the day into hours or even minutes to get more merits or upgrade their abilities. Under this circumstance, reading poetry is an extravagant thing. We can't get any useful information from poems. We can't get any interesting stories from poems. Poetry is often abstract, ambiguous, and even confusing. In other words, the poetry is useless, especially in Korean society that is heavily influenced by meritocracy. However, I think that this feature of the poetry, non-utility, is the gist of the poetry, is the meaning of the poetry, and is the use of the poetry. I believe it can make tiny cracks in normal society, and ultimately it can make the world better. The poems cannot be interpreted easily in logical words. That is, the words of poems are anti-normative. For example, in the words of poems, it can be allowed to express like this. Chicken practices being chewy. Table practices family. Fork pokes silence. These sentences are confusing because subjects and objects are crossed, and inorganic substances are described as living things. In normal world, they can be considered useless and meaningless. In world of the poetry, on the other hand, they have some new meanings and great powers that throw questions to the normal words. Any of impossible things can be done. Any of weird grammatical errors can be allowed. And any of meaningless repetition can make meaningful rhythm in the world of the poetry. In this world, as abnormal things are permitted and even encouraged, new normal is established perpetually. The poetry can make cracks in the meritocratic society that enforces normality by throwing the questions. How can you distinguish abnormal from normal? Is it okay to concentrate only on productivity? And also, the poetry shows the beauty of the non-utility. I kindly recommend reading a poem tonight. I'm sure it can provide you with new perspectives and lead you to contemplate the essence of life. Thank you.